base.
I see.
So we are corruptible by a certain top
Hold up,
individual.
hold up. That already started the stream.
It's too
Oh,
late.
okay.
It's too late. You go to Britain jail.
Well, anyways.
Oh,
You ain't got a
Hello.
license for that joke.
Hello,
no.
and
Vote
welcome.
Labour this time.
Hello, welcome to Defense on Ceres, session 151. Well, last time,
Everybody's going to jail. Ain't no one got a license.
very true, very real.
No.
Well, last session y'all managed to get to the to the goal of your mission, the Magdalena, a Verena class ship. But it wasn't really unattended. There was like some sort of a bioship there, which had attached itself to the hull of the Magdalena. You guys choose not to engage and observe some IS essentially like floating out of the ship and like scouting, more or less, or patrolling. Well, either or, really.
They giant floating eyeballs.
And well, instead of like engaging, you chose to instead call upon reinforcements very successfully. Like within a few days, you will have some additional forces, and then well, you start heading back. Now the question is, well, what exactly you're gonna get, since you don't know yet, and that's very much up in the air, as you know the higher ups started getting involved and negotiating between each other to see like what the resource can be allocated. Considering the importance of the target, you can be sure, however, that they probably won't be you know, too stingy, even if the resources thinly spread as they are. And well, that leaves us back to Ceres, where our group well, presumably splits up again. Allied has a meeting with a psychologist, and well,
Oh yeah. I'm not crazy.
oh, you just see dead people talking.
The world's crazy.
I'm
The
not
world's
crazy.
not. The
I'm
world's
not
not
crazy. The
revolving.
voices are crazy. Voices in my head tell me to kill me.
The world is not revolving around me. That's the problem.
I am the son to Galileo's project.
What?
Don't worry, just keep going.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm not
Anyways.
worried, you're worried. How you doing?
Well. Well, anyways, so the question is like, which one do I start? I probably should start with Allied, since, well, it might have some repercussions if it goes particularly bad. Anyways, there are some questions to be asked. I could be coming for this personally, and considering the importance of the upcoming mission, that would be, you know, as soon as possible, basically. And thanks to the portal you've set up, he can get to you easily. What would be like a good space? Good space.
The lab?
The lab. Wanna do it in a lab?
I mean, no, you said what's a good, like, space. I was just thinking, like, the various pictures you have, and the lab tends to be pretty used for medical shit.
Yeah. I should give up, I should give, feel free to drag yourself out. I do feel like, I should probably give, some sort of, I guess, more, psychology room vibe thing at some point. Especially considering you have, Garcia around. But yeah. Let's see, then... Where the fuck is this dude at? Is it this dude? Yes, Dr. Anzim Ansari. Well, he like sets himself up in one of the labs and eventually calls you in.
Nah, Sam's gonna, go on, knock on the door and then go on in.
Ah,
Sam probably looks a hell of a lot better after finally having a nap, like sleeping a whole day.
jeez.
Hello there, Doctor Azim.
Welcome, Mr. O'Neill. I'm glad to see my favorite patient again.
I'm glad to see you again. Man. Sam's just gonna sit down and be like, woo!
Alright, let's start off with the obvious. I've read the recent reports about the incident, but I would like you to go through the events again and tell me how exactly you perceived it.
Well,
Feel free
okay,
to include your own emotions during this.
So the vision that I sent to Noah, or the pressure I was under, void adapting to being a weird EDE Jin thing. Which one am I starting off here, Doc?
Well, the well, the most important thing here seems to be the vision.
All right, so that's where it gets really. Oh, I gotta try to remember now. That's where it gets really weird. So first and foremost, yes, I was on cocaine. I'll just say it outright. I'm not on it anymore. I'm clean. I was very stressed out between potentially what's the chief Vargas doing something. I had Vishislav would not leave me alone reading the Quran in Arabic. I don't even speak that. He'd say it in Arabic and he'd translate it to English, which was horrible. So I wanted to hyper focus on the task. But then things got weird. What was I doing? Was I reading a panel, or was I reading one of the panels, or was I staring out in space armor when I got transported? Hello?
Sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't.
Was I staring out in space, or was I reading a control panel when I got transported?
Like you were more probably doing did I talk about when you do stuff on the ship, you usually don't look outside, so they probably look at some console of some kind.
I was doing some busybody work, and suddenly I was transported to a very strange place. That sounds weird because I was still physically there, but I was there in this weird place I described in the report with an Effendi we had just killed prior. And she wanted to give me a warning and show me what was going on. I rejected her advances, so she said she was gonna just tell me instead of show me, and went through the whole process of telling me what has been going on out there. And normally I don't believe it. However, in retrospect, the bioship graveyard that we stumbled across and other things make me believe that what she was talking about how there was going to be a great coming another conflict, and that the Nefandi were losing out there and being pushed towards us, I felt like I had to warn, even in a really bad state, Noah, or at least somebody, that was not potentially already compromised on the mission based on their own personal feelings of the mission.
I see. Well, then to get the important part, I think just a few things I would like to know first. First of all, were there any you are stressed?
Yes.
Correct. Did you have any prior knowledge about the place you've been to? As far as the reports indicate, there seems to be referencing some place in subspace associated with the entropic forces.
I had my AI Cerebrum look into it while I was writing the report, cross-referencing locations. So, even though it sounded crazy, I wanted to make sure that I was just not being crazy. If that makes sense.
I see. Well, then the question is, did you have any protection against the mental intrusions active?
I have one for EDEs. Considering we were dealing with them, I figured that would have protected me from Nefanic ones.
I mean, the Nefandi are not necessarily EDE.
No, but usually they work through an EDE. From my experience, I did not have any direct enlightened science in place to stop their shenanigans. If it was a reality deviant going that route, she was dead. You know. It was dead. I don't even know. It was a weird spider thing during the fight. It was weird.
She was dead, and she was apparently in a real place. Do you mind? Did you mind if I check your mental defenses?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Let's see. Do you have a mind shield up, Allied?
I have an EDE one, but that's it.
Alright. Alright. You have an EDE one. Let's see. How much? Yeah, probably like a 3 to be sure.
Strength 5 for it.
No. I mean, like, that wouldn't impact him. Like an EDE one. Too much anyways.
Wait, wouldn't he be going off my willpower?
Oh, you're correct. You're correct. What's your willpower?
Permanent or temporary?
Permanent.
7.
I think like only vampire really like works with like temporary. Oh, that's a botch.
Well,
and well.
Am I in his head? Dr. Steve, let me out! Oh no, Sam, you're dead. Ah!
Well, you do get some like impressions, like some vague sense of worry, and also like something of about like a mental rework and you know, potentially compromisation of that work.
Museum, I don't like what I'm hearing.
But you know, if you quickly feel something like pushing, like pushing, try to like shut it off. Question is, Allied, do you try to resist?
Do I try to resist him pushing,
like
trying to,
pushing it, like, you know, trying to shut it off.
do I resist him trying to shut? I hold on, wait. So he's trying to look into my head. So like, hold on. If I resist him shutting it off, that's me establishing a connection with him. I would assume.
Yes. And by the way, like he would probably notice, like, you know, you can, like, you know, feel each other's like presence essentially.
Yeah. I'd have no reason to resist and try to force the connection. That seems evil to me. If I'm like, no, Wasim, where you go? Like, no, he's gonna let the connection go.
Okay, and Azim just says, "Oh, sorry, I think I made some mistakes here. I think I might have connected these diodes wrong. My apologies." And you know,
Sam's like, "Are you doing good, Azim?"
well, the process is a bit delicate and easy. Like every mind is unique, and as such, I need to adjust my methods each time.
I do not envy your job.
Well, it's mostly interesting, but at times like this, I usually tend to avoid directly working with a man's mind, but in extreme cases such as yours, sometimes the extra step needs to be done.
Oh, it's all open. I'm not resisting anything. I trust you. I trust Noah.
Alright.
I was about to say, if he fucking botches again or not after I say that,
God.
it's like Azim, I'm starting to worry. You're really not connecting normally. What's going on?
Met like all ones.
I know. There we go. Ah, he's connected.
He's connected. Let me see then. DD mind shield. That's a 5 strength. Yeah, look at it. That itself would block him, but he would definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah, let him in.
Not to. Yeah. You feel like something pushing against your barriers, like probing for weakness, essentially. It takes a bit, and Azim you know, stares at his like monitor, and you know, adjusts some adjustment on like some pad. But eventually says, "No, this looks fine. He didn't renew it or anything before or after the incident."
No, I was too focused on what was on at that point in time. I figured if I were to try anything, it would look even worse in the report after the report. You know, if I'm suddenly covering up that stuff.
Just making sure. Just making sure. Do you have any history in your family with any sort of like psychic abilities?
Not that I could think of. You'd have to look through the union reports. I haven't seen them in years, like 10 plus years.
What about any like mental issues?
I mean, no, not that I could think of.
Interesting.
Why do I show signs of mental instability?
Well, the extensive drug usage might be indication of that, but
Well, I was only on drugs for the trip, this trip.
yeah.
I'm not going back to them.
Yeah, there's also a possibility that well, the knowledge about this place has somehow been present in your mind already, but you hadn't quite remembered. Sometimes memories like that you know, you hear something or read something, or like even see something that doesn't enter, quite doesn't stick around your conscious mind, but still gets recycled in some sort of trance-like state, or like dream-like state, where the mind processes these impressions into
I don't
something
like that.
into something new, and especially given the drug usage, there might be some correlation here, although it's very hard to prove, not impossible, I would even say. So well, I'm just trying to figure out if that might be the case.
Am I evil now, Doc?
I don't think that's quite what we're
You
looking
don't
for.
think? Okay.
I don't think this is quite what we're checking for, but
Okay, okay. The way you make that sound was like once you know this like knowledge, like it forever ruins you and stuff. You had me scared for a minute there.
I mean that you have an education as a voyage engineer, and some of the courses do cover indeed different parts of subspace, particularly the ones near Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I believe some of them are closer, like related, like or have access to the deeper reaches of subspace where these forces dwell.
Yeah, but I've never my job has kept me on the mud ball up until this deployment. I'm not like I've read about it maybe once or twice back originally in the courses, but never experienced that.
Mm.
Or, you know, horrific shadow things grabbing somebody and dragging them down into
I see. Well, then there's another question. Did you undergo a physical examination, any sort of like parasite, or simply well, or simply well, how should I best say this? I guess alteration of your body chemistry from like certain sources.
well,
Did the drugs? Where exactly did you get them from?
I got them from a Djinn. Okay, the palace we were at, where Vishislav got us in to feed her, was full of drugs and other stuff, and I got it from there. But at the time, I was already suffering from the onset stages of void adaptation.
Well, did you check if this cocaine has been tampered with, and if so, could you even tell?
I could roughly tell if I had checked, but I would not have because Vishislav was also doing coke, right?
uh,
No, he was doing opium.
he was doing like some sort of drug.
Yeah, I think Vishislav also had some.
I see. None of his reports show anything like that. And well,
I'm not. That's not my particular field either. Like I couldn't really tell like if it was mixed improperly. I mean, I still have some left.
yeah, that's what I was going to ask for next, and send it for.
I should rephrase that. Not in my room or on my person. It's technically one of the medical rooms. Just for you if you needed it or whatnot. So yeah, I guess you can look at that or have Lewis look at it. This is when we find out it was like super cocaine.
Super cocaine. Imagine if it had like a parasite in it that like like you drilled it
That would be hilarious.
like drilled
I,
like put itself on your like brainstem and is feeding you like new information, facilitating a transformation of the mind.
uh, into my new higher life form.
You could say that.
Um,
If when you higher life form you mean being the fan lead, then yes.
yeah, well, wait, what'd you say?
If by a higher life form you mean being in a
I
family.
mean, look, it's a new future, a bright future. But yeah, no. So, it's just, I mean, it's probably over there and whatnot, but no, like I haven't had like a real physical sense a while ago.
Well, I think it's an important step to get a proper checkup. Then I'm not that qualified for it. I can do it, of course, but I would like some expert to have a look first.
I mean, you could call Lewis in. He's the medical one here, medical
Well, I would
officer.
prefer if it was no offense, Sam, but I would prefer if it was someone not under your command.
You really think I would get? You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. I would be very disappointed in them though if they were cooking the books in such a manner. I don't for them.
Well, that's a simple conflict of interest, and I think it's best to avoid such things.
And yet we have Vargas leading the search for. All right. Do you have somebody then?
Well, I was actually hoping to draw on the personnel of Gripnoy for that, and in
Vicious Love?
particular, Vicious Love, yes.
Or what? Is that not a conflict of interest either?
Well, less so than being a direct subordinate of you.
Yes, but he's a fellow construct manager, and he would not stop reading the Quran at me the entire trip.
Well, I don't think that's exactly like it's a bit unusual behavior, but it does
He,
not.
he was
But it's not
aggressive
exactly
at some
something
days.
that strikes me as a red flag. Like the other people we have access to is one of his subordinates, basically, and I think Richard Bowie might be able to as well.
Yeah, bring one of them. I bring both of them then. I have no issue being used as a guinea pig for this. I just want it clear that I am okay to continue my duty, so I can rest and stop and get over this weird adaptation stuff.
I see. Well, in that case, we have a such schedule of physical examination afterwards.
Well, after the mission?
Well, no, after our meeting, there's still a few points I would like to go over.
I mean, you can put in the report now. It's going to take a minute for them to get here anyway.
I mean, there's gonna be like there are a few more things we need to cover.
Okay, what else do we got here?
First of all, I want to know exactly what was your emotion upon seeing the defenders again.
Confusion, terror, some arousal, anger. Not in that order.
I see.
Those are the primary ones.
I see. Well, interesting. Anything particularly we're angry about?
Yeah, that fucking the thing that we did. She was there, alive again. It looked like when you die, you're supposed to stay dead.
Yeah, very true. We both know this is not always the case.
That's why it makes me angry. Just stay dead. Make it easier on the both of us, well, on all of us. Just if you
Um,
die, stay dead.
hmm. What
Yeah.
what do you think about the resurrection device that has been acquired by Hyde Berry? Then.
My personal feelings on the matter are just that. I'm not a fan of it. However, I don't see a reason to deny or interfere with another contract manager's project like that.
I see.
I can keep my personal and my professional things separate in such a manner.
I see. Well, how come you engaged with well, in some intimate contact with the offenders?
Alright, nobody believes me. But the primary reason for that was to lower her guard on the matter and to try to remove any weapons or other things. Side note, she was incredibly strong. Very horrifying to find out after the fact. But was to lessen her capabilities for the coming duel so she'd be easier to kill.
Could she have affected you with any, well, make sort of what, drugs or substance or even life form at this stage?
I mean, there's a possibility. The issue is, what she would have been planning to infect me with should not have impacted me in the capability that she thought it would, because I was undergoing adaptation to something.
Wouldn't have been possible for her to detect your adaptation.
And unlikely, because prior to that event, she was not made aware of my presence there.
I see. So you consider it a low risk.
I considered it a low risk, correct? That more or less is that. I mean, there's also, the little bit, she was hot, but still a Marine in deep down. Just fucking chuckling at that for a minute, losing his professional composure. Like, that's a very Marine thing to do. But yeah, it was to quite literally try to, like, disarm her and all that stuff. Nobody believes me. Everybody thinks I just wanted to do inappropriate things to her in the middle of a meeting with them. That's kind of weird that they assume that.
Well,
or am I the weirdo here?
The reports from the from this party seem to have been seem to have described a quite colorful environment, and sometimes our operatives, well, as one would put it, get lost in the sauce.
No, don't worry. My sauce is firmly here to be lost in. Not there, not when I know for a fact that they are the worst things to exist.
I see. Well,
I'm like, I'm psychoanalyzing everything Sam's saying. Sam, you're to be terminated.
Allied question: would you have put like the the offers of power in your report?
What, from her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's important thing to ask about then. Well, how much do you don't what's your impression on like her being truthful about it? Do you consider what do you think the chances are for some exaggeration? And of course, leading you down a darker path.
I mean, yeah, no, that I think it's both. I think it was more truthful specifically to lead me down a darker path. Usually, from what I understand, when people are given visions of the future or what's happening, they tend to start hoarding power and start using shortcuts to get to this hope that they'll be able to counter what they're seeing and in turn fall down the slippery slope and end up becoming as bad, if not worse, than what you saw. I've been tempted multiple times to be, with these weird pseudo power things, not from that Nefandit, but just kind of in general with my experience, and I've never taken them.
Of course. Then another question, a bit out of the outside of the scope of this talk. Do you think others were affected by meeting the defenders and the party?
What do you mean other? Like, you believe the other companions here
The other team
were
members, they were
impacted
present.
by? I believe. See, it's a toss-up because I did not keep a close eye on Hyde, Vargas, and Vicioslav up until the meeting, so I don't know what they were particularly doing. However, after the fact, considering nobody else besides Leo and myself were at the party more or less displeased and repulsed by the party itself and the Nefandis, I don't know how that is. I don't know if they truly comprehend the threat presented by them or what, but they seem non-pulse with the whole situation. And Vargas, with the whole thing, was getting just anxious and agitated that she thought we might end up taking longer over the entire thing.
Oh, certainly understandable.
Yeah.
That reminds me. What is your general assessment of Vargas's state of mind? Especially during the later stages of the mission.
I don't think right now is the best. I don't think right now a professional answer out of me is the best. My personal opinion on the matter is she was very adamant that we go in on the unidentified organic vessel that deployed eyeballs attached to the colony ship. She was very adamant. I had came up with several ideas to at least leave a problem for it, but she was adamant that we go in some capacity, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. If you were in charge of the operation, what would your recommendation be?
At that moment in time, I could not say what it would have been. I was not in the proper state of mind. I was impulse-driven and rash.
Well, now that you're in a bit, you've calmed down a bit and had some time to think, what would you...
I would have preferred to leave one or two personnel behind to attempt to get either like a reading on the colonists or at least something to slow them down, or even see if the colonists are still, themselves. For all we know, they've already fallen.
Yeah, what do you think about the operational structure of the mission?
What do I think about the operational structure?
Yes, and if you were in charge, what would you have? What would your recommendation be?
Of the total operation to reclaim the ship, or me, Vargas, Vyacheslav, and Hyde on a ship?
In general.
Um, it's a toss up. Where it's located can potentially be interacted with by various other entities out there, whether it be Nefandi, whether it be Threatnol, what have you. I would try to go in loud and fast and try to seize the ship and drag it back into real space as aggressively as possible. Primarily to drive away any EDEs that cannot maintain their form in real space. Short of that, just I don't really know. Be prepared to have to blow the ship up. I know at best Vargas would probably be best deployed in a ground team. She's too. A ship is too. She is. Odds are she will sacrifice a ship, and unfortunately, it'd be better to say to sacrifice a team than also lose a team and a ship.
I see.
I don't believe Vyacheslav's particular grunts, as he calls them, he makes air quotes, will be too effective in this particular case, considering the enemy that had been latched on at the time was a bioorganic enemy. Well, I'm assuming it's bioorganic enemy, biological enemy, and he's a master of that particular field. I don't know how rapidly he could develop countermeasures, or they could develop countermeasures to him. I would use more of Hyde's droids with maybe shields to lead the breach and clear. But it would come down to the same thing. Seize the engine, seize the command center, evacuate people if possible, otherwise either get the ship towed or going under its own power, or prep it to be destroyed if a hostile reinforcement show up.
Who would you put in charge of the mission?
Noah.
Well, other than Noah, out of the resources available.
Dr. Zero, I don't know what resources are available.
At this moment.
At this moment, there is not a lot. There is like a ship at this moment that is available. I wish to say it myself, but that is also egotistical of me. I don't think right now there is any good pick to lead the team right now, like to lead the operation right now. In all seriousness, Vargas is emotionally compromised on this, which is fair. Don't let me, that's fair on that. Hyde, I feel like wouldn't see the value in human life. Vyacheslav, I know wouldn't, but he also defaults to very hostile tactics if he can. And I myself am still, I don't know, I might still be compromised, I don't know. And I would, unless you gave me a full bullet clear, I would not be like, I would be able to lead. You know what I'm saying, Azim?
Oh yes, I understand what you're saying.
Um, and then that's all who I because we can only take so many on the ship. Uh, Maybe fuck. What was that one guy from the guy that's in charge of fucking the security on Grimnoid?
That was
Was he Argentina?
Campos. No, yes, he was. Campos, Nito Campos.
Did he ever have any experience with naval stuff, or was he just?
Well, yes, sort of. He's also like a BCD Marine,
Yeah.
and you know, like
He's a veteran VCD
yes,
Marine.
he's a veteran, like original age. His original age is like 81.
Then yeah, I would. Well, then what was his name? You said. And
Nito Campos.
oh, Nito. Okay. Maybe Nito in terms of. Thank you. Maybe Nito from the Grimnoid. He's a veteran. He's probably. I want to say he's done this multiple times, but he's bound to have more experience overall on this. But that's limited interactions with him and only going off his personal history, his official records, and not personal history.
Yeah. Well, very insightful. Very insightful.
So what's the verdict, Doc? Am I really a person still, or am I don't know, evil?
Well, I'm not sure exactly that will qualify that. The the issue is that this might be an indication of compromise. It might simply be some sort of like vision, as we all know. Out there, things tend to be sort of crazy, and there are many influences we're not quite aware of just yet. However, considering the riskiness of the mission, there is of course a lot of concern. Potentially losing many concept matters at once. There's also already a great amount of concern about sending there's this many important people on this mission. However, there is a good chance that otherwise the mission chances of success are very low due to the lack of awakened personnel, enlightened personnel being available. Even even the lower levels, the lower ranks would probably not have the capabilities to deal appropriately with this kind of scenario. Yes,
So are you saying I should stay behind?
well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we need to keep an eye on it. I'm thinking about a series of tests in the following days leading up to this mission, and of course the physical examination as well. And in fact, I would like the entire team to undergo testing in some regards to make sure that no one not going to compromise the trip to the this Jin city. Anyway, like air quotes, has been a great source of misfortune in many regards. I suppose it's much information was gained, and offenders being killed is also an advantage. However, well, it does distract from the main goal, For now, you're cleared for duties on base. And if you think there's any changes to your condition, please come come to me directly. I will be sticking around for the test and well, and also some more analysis. And there's one more thing. You talked about stress. Are there like any other stress factors in your life at the moment that aren't strictly in the reports themselves that I need to consider?
None that I can. Well, I mean, there's always the stress about, with there being so many fellow conventionalists here in such a frontline region. That gets to me. The weird prison thing that's being built on Grimnoid for the New World Order for reality deviants. That can at any point go bad. That you know how those horror movies always go. And I mean, no, that's about it. That and the fact that every time I get into an engagement out here, ever since I left the mud ball, I seem to damn near almost die.
Well, that's to be expected, to be honest.
Yeah, but it is very. Yeah, but it's stressful on the heart and soul there.
Well, well, it is true.
And I don't have that in every report. Yeah, again, it's really stressful, almost dying every time. But other than that, no, I have nothing really else to be stressful. Most of the people in my contract do their job. Bit weird, but they do it. They do it well.
Ah, well. Then thank you for your time and
okay. See, I just like all right.
no, it's like
Azima spent to like something like I guess more, and Sam's like, no, not really, just all these things out of my control. He's like, all right, no, those are all pretty valid reasons to be normally stressed out in your position. Have a good one.
good one.
Alright,
here gets
am I clear to go to Grimnoid too, or no?
Oh well, I prefer if you stayed here for a bit.
Well, once I get my physical.
Well, yes, but well, I would actually like these tests to be conducted here, as I've already moved into the lab.
I wasn't gonna go there and get the test. I meant once the tests are done.
Well, I'm not sure, but there's a good chance that once the tests are done, the mission to the Magdalena will already start. If you have any urgent business, I suppose I could grant you dispensation, but I would like to have it on a case-by-case basis. Besides, the tests themselves will hopefully clear you, but until that, I would like things to be as risk-free as possible.
All right. I understand. You don't want it. I don't. You don't. There's the possibility that if I am actually evil or whatever, that I'm.
Well, it's not
exactly. Off to make contact or something. No, I understand, Azim. I gotcha. I'll stay in base. See, I'm like, damn, I can't go get laid.
Well, you can. You just need to get it done here.
Yeah, don't worry, that's fine. Sam's been cleared for his, his duty stuff. He's got
Uh,
an ED. He's got an EDE. He's got an EDE on call. Remember?
yeah, it's just a fucking Nordic lady comes in and as you just raise his eyebrow.
He's like, "Don't worry, Azim. This one I've been with for a while." It's like, what do you mean, Sam? She's not under my command. I didn't have to file any paperwork. Sif. But yeah, no. So Sam's just gonna thank him and actually, Azim, I got another question. When's the meeting with Noah for all of this stuff? Like for the offensive
I mean, what offensive exact do you mean?
to get the ship?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it an offensive. Right now the matter is negotiating the exact resources as far as I understand it, and until then we have like a few days of time. I'm not sure if Noah himself will be part of the planning or even execution, considering he's commanding a QLR machine, and those are always in need. And maybe.
Yeah, but how often do you get a colony ship rescued?
Well, true. The threatened forces have increased their efforts, and we're trying at least to keep them at bay. And our best chance is QLR machine.
Oh, I don't. All right, I understand. Sam in the back of his head. Oh no, his vision's becoming real.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Nefandi to show up as the heroes at the end of this campaign.
It's the friends we make on the way.
They show up and they're like, we'd rather fight you guys than deal with these guys. Like, what does that even mean, Nefandi? Exactly as it says on the tin. We can't corrupt them. What? What do you mean you can't? They like fly off after saving us.
Goddamn. Okay. Well, and with that, he shoos you out of the office. Starting to make some calls. And later on, Richard Boy will arrive, and along with a man I don't think you have met so far.
I thought it was gonna be Richard and Mushy.
Well, no, I don't think Anzari exactly trusts the mushroom to conduct.
Would he truck Vichislav's dragon waifu?
I don't think that's an option.
You don't think it's an option to trust her? She's like, no, you will trust me, Asim. Who the fuck is that?
That is Bacon's underling. That is in charge, of I think his Gripneck Grunt thing. Like I don't think I've even made one scene with this guy and Vichlav. Yeah, like he was kind of sidelined real quick. But when they do like the physical with you, you do notice like sticking out of his pocket, there's like some sort of like book with like big Japanese letters on it, and it looks like like some like drawings, like some sort of cartoon, but like weird.
Hey, what cartoon is that?
Oh, this is no cartoon. This is a manga.
Looks like a cartoon. What the fuck's a manga?
Oh, it's like your comic books, made by us,
Made by us, by the
by our
Democratic
people,
our our yeah,
the
the
Japanese
union.
people. It's
I Sam's looking at him like, sir, I am American. You see my confusion on that, right? Well, you said our people, we.
well, yes,
Um.
I am Japanese, so
Oh well. Okay. They just threw me for a loop when you said we and us, as if as if the union was making manga. Uh, is it any good?
hmm? Yes, it is. It's this one at least. I've uh, it's about I did like brushes a bit. It's about it's about a little girl that gains magic powers and fights evil. Not unlike what the Virginians do.
Oh, does she use guns or what?
She has magic, magic powers.
She has magic. That sounds like traditionalist propaganda to me.
Ah, I guess
Does she cast fireball?
yes, she does. Yeah,
All
like
right.
he starts like nerding out about some story about some magic girl, and then fights like more magic girls that like group up and fight evil.
Sam's actually like listening like very intently, like, all right, you got my attention. You said they cast fireballs. Big explosions can't be wrong.
Yeah, and then he opens up, like, he opens up like the thing he's like in his pocket, and starts
Yeah.
showing you some like pictures, and
Sam
those guys.
immediately is reading left to right instead of right. So he's like, why does it not make any sense?
Oh, and like the girls in there, they look young, and they're wearing like skimpy outfits, like school uniforms of some sort.
How old are these girls?
Oh, they're like 18,
Ah, okay.
except for this
I-
one. This one is 1,000 years old.
This one's 1,000 years old. I could see it. I've dealt with Stranger Things. What, And you said they all transform?
Yes, they do transform to use their powers.
I like this
No,
one.
normal days they're normal. They go to school, but when evil comes out, they transform and use their powers. So like nobody recognizes them, and of course to enhance their powers, they can't really use it if they're not transformed.
That seems like an oversight. Why they should make magical items to like be able to like use their powers when they're untransformed. You said that the Japanese made these.
Yes, I can give you some. I can give you some of my collections. Like this is like a very fine. I will send you the first few volumes if you promise to keep them safe. They're very precious to me.
Is there any way to get like a digital copy of them in English? Oh wait, no, I could have Cerebrum translate and upload them all. Yeah. I'll have Cerebrum do do all that fun stuff. I'm still caught on the fact though that there are such skimpy outfits. Don't get me wrong, I also like the 18-year-olds in the skimpy outfits, but it's weird how they're just so short, but also 18.
It's an artist's choice.
Ah, yeah, no, that's fair. They do say art is in the eye of the beholder. So the artist likes midget magic girls.
Many do. It's
Really, many people like.
And like starts talking about like a few other series where like you know.
Sam's like, you know, these sound really cool. Sam, when he finds out what's going on, is gonna be so upset. But he's like, these sound really cool. I could definitely get into this.
Yeah, they can be brings like, you know, Sailor Moon and stuff.
To be fair, those ones are legitimate teenagers.
Yeah, they are, but those ones aren't. Those ones aren't. Actually, give like some perception, perception empathy. It will be contested.
Perception empathy. This man is here to give him a physical. He just poor Richard is like, Sam, you can't possibly believe him, can you? Sam, this is pretty good actually. Said perception empathy at what, 6?
Yes. Where the fuck did I put a sheet again?
Please, I don't know the law. I have no dots in law, Ems.
Raw strength law to know the law of the land. Okay, how much would you have realistically? Like you would have.
Is it his passion? Because I could see a lot.
No, like it's more like subterfuge related.
How often has he had to lie about his tastes in art?
I mean, a few times, but I don't think he has a, you know, he's made a convincing case. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, at most, yeah, he wouldn't have that many dots in this. So, well, let's see how let's see how much he fails. Let's see that. Yeah.
Not as bad as you made it seem.
Yeah, but still, like, it's too over. Like, you're fairly certain he's like, you know, highballing that age a bit. Less than a, you know, he is less than a decade, but definitely more than a year or so. Maybe 2, maybe 3, kind of deal.
That's not too bad. If it's only a year or two, Sam's like, 17-year-olds, they can go and die. They can hold guns. We're not too picky with manpower right now. So it's all drawings. What does it matter? Sam will later pay for that action in 10 to 20 years when he looks at Japan. My God, what has happened to the world?
Yeah. Even check his heart right. You should suck his fucking like pant and his fucking what's it called again?
I'm gonna check his trinary computer and just be like, holy fuck, my guy.
And yeah, well, they clear you for you.
Poor Richard is just like helping do this exam, like, I can't believe he's talking to him about this. This is absolutely weird.
I mean, to be fair, Richard is also probably weird.
No, that's fair.
But not this way, I guess.
He is the superior clone.
Oh my god! Imagine if he gets like into it, like a autistic man that discovers fucking manga and anime.
Richard, what's your take on this?
Seems kind of interesting.
Yeah, I know it's weird being interested in people saying they're using magic, but also these fight scenes are kind of cool.
They are, but I do like the art a lot.
Yeah, the art's pretty good too. I like to think that they're all like liking a different thing about the art. Like the Japanese, like the magic girl, fucking. Sam's like the background design. Richard's just like, I just think the panel's neat. Oh, also, guys, how's the exam coming? Am I any strangeness going on? Well, besides the normal strangeness.
Well, it seems good so far.
That's good to
That's
hear.
well, it seems to be getting to the clear so far. But there's one thing to mention here.
Yeah, what's up?
You should be more careful with your drug usage. That seems to have done some damage. We've fixed what was there, but if you do this regularly, this might have some deeper consequences, requiring some more extensive procedures.
Don't worry. I don't plan on doing. I don't plan on doing drugs.
Oh wait, fuck, that's the wrong one.
Don't worry. I don't plan on. I don't plan on doing drugs. Well, I do and don't.
I, you, what I would recommend only getting only using the drugs that are recommended to you.
Well, I mean, I enjoy a good smoke, so I'm gonna keep smoking. Why does he got a beard?
because he's like the evil twin, like that's kind of, you know.
What do you mean? He's just a superior Bowie. He's not evil.
I mean, it's like the remember that you know, Star Trek episode with, like, you know, Kirk being transported to the mirror universe with, like, evil Spock having, like,
Yeah, I gotcha.
yeah.
Well, well, I mean, I'm still gonna smoke cigars and stuff, not what I was smoking. Oh, alright, if there's... Oh, as long as I'm A-okay then. Means I could go have some fun while I'm here and whatnot.
You do that.
Oh, that I will.
And you know, Richard just, you know, gets close to you and says, like, you know, leans over and says, well, and if you two could do me a favor, boss man, if you well, me getting any sort of post that I didn't explicitly ask for, please try to, you know, make sure to keep it vetoed. I'm not really interested in that kind of stuff.
Wait, hold on. What he's asking to veto any posts like a contract manager and stuff?
Yeah, like stuff like anything that you know, gives him more responsibility.
Oh yeah, no, okay, no, that's fine, Bowie. That's fine.
Thanks, boss man. I think you like finger guns.
Yeah, not a problem. Oh, why are you going back? Let's see if I want to see her. Can't leave the base though. You like finger guns back?
Oh my god.
Sam like get it off the table, like go to like his corner.
Yeah. Also, like you know, a few hours after, like like with like the next train from like Gribnoy, like fucking book, like, you know, like a not a bookcase, but you know, like a big box.
Oh, I know. He sent me some mangaru.
Yes, you did.
You know what I'm gonna do with them?
All of them about magic girls, by the way.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So, of all the gateways to get into anime, of course it's gonna be magic girls for Sam. It can't be something cool like Dragon Ball. No, it's anime girls.
It's anime girls. Of course, like he wouldn't be interested in something like fucking Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Well, Sam doesn't even know that's out there. Sam's just like, oh
no. I mean the guy sending you stuff.
I'm sure he wouldn't be. But you know, so Sam's actually gonna, like, just when that gets there, he's gonna carefully, of course, but scan everything, so like it's a digitalized version of it, and then that way he can send it back to the guy, like his book, his collection and stuff, And now he's got it on his like no, like his dead.
Damn. Alright, but I think we should move on to
Yeah,
Ems
go
now.
on, Ems. Sam has been cleared of his mental and physical traumas, and now he's got Sif. You can go to Ems now.
Well, there's an testing drug throughout like the next few days, but you know, the most important bits you've cleared.
Yeah, so Sif can come over.
I mean, I guess she could come over and give you like a fucking booty call.
It's not a booty call. How dare you? He's gonna actually spend time with her.
Yeah, okay, of course you do.
Both.
At least he's not.
What's up?
At least you're older.
Yeah. Sam still doesn't know her or the other one's pregnant, which is even better. I can't believe Sam is gonna escape this campaign without knowing that he's gonna be a dad. The epilogue is him getting reposted somewhere else and escaping with his actions. I did it. I'm free.
God fucking damn it.
No.
You can't stop me, Revolver. My melatonin, it grows.
Fucking legacy is one of abandonment and neglect.
Well, of course.
I guess it makes sense for being Irish.
The Sam is American, not Irish. Fuck off. Also, how's he supposed to know he's got life one? He's not gonna go walking around looking at people. Go, yes, you're pregnant. He's not a life doctor.
I mean, I don't think you need to be a life doctor exactly. Well, but to know that you know, unprotected sex puts babies into people.
You're correct. However, she's an EDE, and the other one, well, he has a good pull-out game. Sam is smart in other places than that. Also, I'm pretty sure he's like, I got a good enough pension. I work for the union.
Oh! I'm sorry. Your retirement plan is dying.
Oh no.
You're Marine. But yeah. Anyways, Hems. Oh, what's coming back here? You did mention wanting to talk to Noah, right?
Yeah, I kind of need to talk to Noah about two things. One about that order being legitimate, because that email was kind of, you know, not outbound, but very oddly situation. So I think I will probably need to contact Noah, discussing about the mission in detail.
Discussing the mission in detail. So, I'm giving like the future mission, or do you want to like give him some more like some more thoughts, like what happened?
Well, it's more of what happened during the mission, and just to, you'll probably send an email to one like something about something about an order being passed down, and asking for some detail on that during the mission.
You have to like I think it's over something you have to like ask in person, to be honest. But yeah, Noah's willing to take your call. Like he's not gonna willing to like discuss this via like email and stuff.
Oh, okay, he could take this to an encrypted channel if he wants.
I
Just
mean, he
remember.
will, like, that's for sure. Encrypted channel, like, you know, recording band kind of deal.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He just needs to let me know if it is an encrypted channel, because I will
Mm.
try to word it around. Otherwise, it went like, the information I have, pretty sure might be a bit more close until Noah's like, don't worry, this channel's encrypted. Okay. So, I'm assuming I'll probably do this in my office, right?
Yes,
Yeah. As I probably sit down and I phone call Noah, and I'm assuming Noah got the message about that little strange incident on the mission,
yeah.
and I'm going to be like, so Noah, could I ask you about a certain incident during the mission, if that is alright?
Sure you can. I can already imagine what the question is. But please, go on.
Well, the question's a bit very delicate in question. Is this channel somewhat encrypted, may I ask?
This is a secure channel, yes.
Okay. Um, as Hyde reads from the letter, Dear Hyde, if I end up compromised during this mission until we can return back to the ship, you are to validate that I have in fact been compromised, and then order to put me down. If I'm unable to be stored, top secret. No one knows. No one else knows. Do not tell. I kept
That
this,
guy's written like such a crackhead.
I kept this a secret from all the colleagues, so only I know within the immediate group. But I kind of want to know if this is a legitimate order, because something of this caliber is a bit, how do I say, very odd.
Hmm. Well, that's true. That is a bit odd, but it was an emergency measure, and truth be told, Sam did the right thing to inform us of this right away, which greatly helped trust, ensure trust, continued trust, I should say.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
But yes, I did give that order. These, you see, I am not really willing to to discuss these things too much in detail, as I hope none of this will be relevant. But the signs of potential compromisation were definitely there, and concerning as well. So we had to deal, had to do a stopgap measure. Currently, we are counteracting what happened. Hopefully right at this moment.
Mm.
But yes, things need to... things are like out of our hands, I suppose, at this point. But,
Okay.
well...
Thank you for easing my mind a bit with that answer, because it was a bit unnerving with that. And I'm going to assume you also been checking. You checked the report sent back from, what was that city called again? The floating one.
City beyond the barrier.
The city behind the barrier.
Well, yes, quite the odd behavior, but phew. I would say this like the measures we're currently taking, are supposed to also cover some of this. More importantly, it seems like some of it is out of our hands as well, if you catch my meaning.
Okay, that's fair enough. It's just want to inform you about the situation with the 6 rescued void engineers in the city.
I mean, quite a find, to be honest. And we've already organizing trying to find some shuttle. Although the operations around Magdalena are something that we have to take care of as well, which further strains our resources.
Which it is, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
And
The issue
the
is,
reason,
so sorry to interrupt you, but there's a big issue here that we're dealing with. The issue is that, well, anything we send needs to have either sufficient firepower itself, or needs to have some sort of escort. Otherwise, well, beyond well, what we would call conventional space, there are more dangerous, and we do not know if we can deal with it. The
okay,
anthropic horizon really marks a border region like none other. But yes, sorry to interrupt you.
okay, that's fair enough. It's just the reason why I rescue them from the residents, as normally official policy is to stay away from them or no interaction at all, was because I saw, let's just say, the treatment they have gone through, and you could say if they would have been in their captivity for an extra day, they would have been dead. Let's just say.
I mean, are you sure what they were dead? Like, as far as
I've
your report indicated them being enslaved.
oh, I was talking about their injuries and abuses because they literally been destroyed mentally.
Well, yes, but mental issues probably weren't should be enough to kill them. I suppose there will be a lot of work invested to get these people at least into a semblance of normalcy back. But honestly, even if they never return to duty, just knowing that they're no longer in the hands of the enemy puts my mind at ease, and also takes some names off the wall.
That is fair. Now, Noah, this is going to be an odd question, and you can choose to answer it if you want. How is the current situation with manpower at the moment?
Strained. We have managed in the last few months to regain some of our lost strength, but at the same time, the area of our, well, not the area of our responsibility, but rather the magnitude of our manpower needs has intensified, so the situation has not quite improved. Like in every end of our organization, we have we seem to have some threat or another to deal with, and the only real solution is not only ships, but also additional people.
Well, I do have an idea, and it's a bit unorthodox if you're willing to hear it. You are aware about the cumulative of items I have in my storage, from the dragon scales, blood, skull fragment, even the heart, and the Nordic AI.
Mm.
Well, since I'm assuming our officially we're against all the other groups. But, in terms of real time, our main focus is threat null. In terms of it. What about an idea that we do a under the table trade? All these mystical parts, once in a lifetime sort of trade for POWs.
From whom?
Well, I haven't heard any reports about traditions, because hopefully from traditions, maybe Ephorites.
Hmm. Question is, well, they have stuff for themselves. I'm not sure exactly what they have in terms of captives.
No, it's true, but that was me speculating personally,
I
since I
see.
don't really have any contacts was out of the Union, if you know what I mean.
My own contacts are quite sparse as well, and truth be told, I think that's a good thing.
Same
But
here.
hmm, I suppose there stands a reason that there might be some, but you have to consider the organizational structure of the traditions in particular. They are very much they don't have a proper hierarchy like we do. They have a strong and well, quite
Hmm.
pronounced well quite pronounced sense of individuality, and many groups operate without any proper oversight, or even or even or even well, any real ties beyond a loose affiliation and being raised in the same within the same tradition of the practices.
Well, that is true, but there might be one contact, well, Ceres could use. As Mr. Well, as our party made contact with one of their or city beyond the barrier noble houses, and they have a lot of contacts with groups of traditions and other sorts. We could probably use them as a auction or a middle way in order to get them trading. Because if the void engineers who are in that barrier of space were captured, then most likely would be somewhat experienced when it comes to the trade, and most likely would be allocated towards you.
I see. That's a good reasoning. And I think that's sounds like a worthwhile endeavor. Getting our people back might be worth the price. I want you to ensure that the parts you're trading won't come back to haunt us. However, I want to make sure that those that we have some idea of the capabilities of what you're trading before we're trading it. It would be very much well, catastrophic even if
Is
if you hand over some sort of well, super weapon to them. As far as I
that
understand, well, those reptiles can be well, have some significant portion in their practices.
I see. That is fair enough. Since I have done some bit of research, as I did some research with Richard Bowie over the small time period, and we got some of the bits nailed down, others not so much, such as the heart, for example, due to it being a very potent magical source.
Of course. Well then, Here's my following recommendation, and I guess order. You have your green letter to pursue this mission.
Mm-hmm.
However, as I said, you will need to clear the condition. You may make use of, not just your own resources, but also of the other construct as necessary. It might take some time to properly analyze what these parts can do, but yes, I want to minimize the risk.
I will try to minimize the amount of people involved in this mission during it as well, but if in case I do need some personnel, for example, when we do get the prisoners and ships,
Of course,
we're gonna need find a way. We're gonna need to find a story of how they all returned home, because it's going to be very suspicious if they
I
come
mean-
from one location.
I mean, not quite. Simply some sort of like a trade can be. It's not unheard of. Prisoners being exchanged for something is something that does cut some sort of leeway for certain. Normally, we do not do much business in that sense. However, it's worth noting that we do not have we do not exactly have a policy of leaving people behind, and if we can, we rather put a bullet into someone than leave them in the hands of the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yep.
If you once you actually get to the negotiation part after locating these people and successfully trading non-critical parts, I would like to know that what exactly these people have experienced, and I also want you to start them locally again, if possible, until we can get them examined on site.
Yep. I do have an educational facility that can be used as a temporary examination spot due to its massive construct.
I see.
I just need temporary manpower, such as psychologists or something of that occasion.
I'm sure it can be arranged as long as it's temporary.
That is fair enough. Well, that was honestly quite productive.
Well, that's an interesting idea, and if it goes through, well, it's good. However, I would like to note that this seems to be a bit of a leap here, and normally I would like to go on to a bit more substantial evidence that these people even exist in the first place. But considering that there's a reasonable assumption that that could be the case, and our policy, I will give it a go. But please, for the future, I would like some confirmation first if these people exist, and while it's in the preparation phase, it would also be wise if you can somehow make contact with the citadel beyond the barrier, then to ensure that these people exist, and so we don't invest too many resources before we have to go there.
Okay.
The psychological help would probably arrive with the rescue, or whatever transport gets arranged in the first place, to give them at least some sort of checkup before putting them onto the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Later, more detailed analysis will occur later, but some preliminary measures do sound wise to me.
That is fair enough. Okay, I'm writing these down with all myself.
Yeah, do that, and I see like if it is like the last sentence, you see like some flashing red lights on Noah's end. And
Mhm.
says, well, it seems we are red alert. I'll see what I have to do now.
Okay.
Please take care.
And I do a salute. Thanks, Noah.
He gives you a nod and says dismissed, and the screen goes black.
Well, that was a fun mission.
Alright.
I
Alright.
had that bloody plan. I had that idea going for ages. Thank God.
Yeah. But honestly, like I think you should have probably gotten some info until like when we were on site. You know, get to like the intel trade, like the information broker, and just get.
I know, but the problem is, it's just in game. It would have looked very suspicious on the report, so it's best to go through Noah than do that.
Mm, mm, mm. I see.
Because if I got the contact before talking to Noah, some questions would have been asked and been like, "Hi, why did you make contact with these people to begin with?"
I mean, like it really depends like how you go about it. But yeah, okay. I think this is a good stopping point before we like move too far ahead, considering Vyacheslav is still around. Also, like Hyde, at some point you will get some message that you have to undergo like a series of tests involving like some mental and physical testing
That is
on like in like allied space, and like the message also indicates that you know other constant managers are like undergoing that too, along with like you know the rest of the people that have accompanied you to on the last mission.
Oh boy, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't wait until he sees me. He's be like, you're aged quite a bit, haven't you? I played with time.
Yes. Oof.
Time for your examination.
Prostate exam. And like, no, Vyacheslav already gave it to me, and like you know, need to make sure. Sorry.
Sorry, that'll be shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's allied in character out of character thoughts.
Yo, are you back?
He did say so. Maybe he lied.
It's lying all along.
Well,
Turns out I was the star of the show all along.
no, I guess
My
I'm just
all-
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I'm here.
What's your list?
In character.
Ah, yes. In character. Man, it's good to be clear. I knew I wasn't crazy. They're crazy. Out of character. I'm looking forward to seeing what we end up getting for the mission, and who's gonna die. Also, I'm not looking forward to having to blow the ship up.
You know, can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
I'm nuclear.
Nuclear war.
Ah! But yeah, no, that more or less it out of me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I guess we need to properly roll. to keep it in tradition.
Indeed.
Ems, in character and out of character thoughts.
In character, thank thank God I got some of these confirmations confirmed. It was an actual real order, and plus my game plan, my game plan is ready to go. POWs for special items. Here we go.
I didn't trust a man saying, "You should kill me if I go evil." He's like, "No, that's not a real order. Nobody would ever order themselves to be shot if they turn evil."
Exactly. Think about it. Though, I can't wait to speak to Allied after the exam, because, since he can keep a secret, I hope he can keep one secret. He can help us work with this operation. You don't get to... In this mission, you don't even get killed. That's the difference between my missions and the technocratic mission.
Wow.
Unlikely.
Oh, you don't actually know that. Like, there's gonna be like, some exchanges, physical meetings. We meet with, like, shadowy figures. There could be danger. You don't know yet.
That is true, and I'll probably need to sort that out later. This is going to be fun. Gosh. Though, out of game, that Japanese man really loves his manga. I wonder what his his hard drive looks like.
You don't want to know. But yeah,
he probably has like AI literally creating images, software images per second.
His AI is just a magic girl he stole from another dimension.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's like your character in the Axis game, the one you shove a spirit into an anime body villain.
Yeah. Also, please take your 3 XP, and I think you can refill your like willpower at max, since you will be restarting at after like a few days of recuperation, testing, and so on and so forth.
That's fair enough. Allied, what was our total?
This should now be at 560.
Okay.
560.
That's gonna be fun. Time
for me to buy mind all the way up to 5.
22.
Alright, well, goodbye, bots.
Goodbye, bots, indeed.
Bye, bots.
Oh yeah, does anyone want to buy anything?
No.
Let's see. Should I buy...
Be safe, guys. I must go.
Alright.
I should probably buy etiquette. Up to 4.
Okay, etiquette to 4. Sure. Even like your bald head would look polite in the moonlight.
Indeed. When I make the deal with the evil doers and be like, oh my gosh, he's so polite. Are you sure he's not British?
Wow, I wouldn't go that far. Okay, but I will go and say that goodbye bots, and need to enter